Hi, it's Taylor Simone, and welcome to Herndon News that you can use. Today, I am talking to Mr. Jonathan Frohm. He is the athletic director at Herndon High School.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. So, I'm just going to be asking you a couple questions.
Okay.
So, first of all, thank you so much for talking with us, for taking time. And can you, congratulations to the girls field hockey and volleyball. They're doing very well.
They are. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Very welcome. Can you please talk to us about the athletics department?
Okay, well, Herndon High School is under the umbrella of Fairfax County Public Schools. We offer a full range of sports and activities for students. As a matter of fact, we're even bigger than a college where, Virginia Tech has one football team. Herndon has three, freshman, JV, and varsity. We offer freshman, JV, and varsity sports across the board. So we're really quite a big enterprise. And what else about Herndon High School? You name it. Students can be involved in anything from athletics to music, fine arts, clubs, activities. So really it's more than just athletics. There's plenty of opportunities for students to get involved.
That's excellent. They're bigger than George Mason, too, because they only have I used to go to George Mason.
There you
go. So they only have a club football team.
They have club football,
yes.
But just for example, they have varsity basketball for boys and girls. Well, we have varsity, then we also field a JV and a freshman. So we're actually operating 6 basketball teams. 3 for the boys, 3 for the girls.
That must be stressful.
Well, you need to staff those teams and find space and time for them to practice and play, purchase equipment, recruit those coaches. It's a lot of work.
It sounds like it. But, it's football season. And, congratulations to the Redskins. I don't know if you're a Redskins fan or.
Of course, I'm a Redskins fan.
That's excellent. I'm sure you're happy. 41-7.
Well, it was a kind of a good bad afternoon. RG3 went down with the ankle dislocation, so of course that's terrible news for him and for the team. But the team came together and pulled off a victory. And I'm kind of a Virginia Tech fan as well. So anytime Herndon wins, Virginia Tech wins, and the Redskins win, I'm a happy camper. And that's hard to come by. The first week, the Hornets won, the Hokies won, and the Redskins lost. So now in the second week, the Hornets didn't win, the Hokies lost, and the Redskins won. So I'm almost there, but 3 for 3 is my ideal weekend.
That sounds perfect. But speaking of the Hornets, they lost 51-28. What do you say as an athletic director to students after that? What if they lose? Mm-hmm. What do you say?
Well, to the students, I say it's important that we support our teams. It's a huge part of school spirit. We like to send the message at school, that having pride in your school and caring about your teams and supporting them is very important. It's a small time in your life where you attend a school, they have activities and athletics, there's athletes involved. You don't get that experience anywhere except in high school and college. And we need to stand behind our student athletes. And as well, our student athletes need to represent our school well on and off the field. So everybody needs to be committed to their school. Like we say, our school for the kids it's their work. That's their job. And we want them to be dedicated and loyal employees. So I say, pat your teammates on the back, pat your classmates on the back, encourage them, stand behind them, and we'll get back to work this week. The guys are at practice right now, getting ready for this Friday's game versus South Lakes.
And they're going to take them down. You heard it here first. But I have a question, though. Since the guys are practicing, with all the concussions and everything going on, are you Heads Up certified?
Our school is part of Heads Up Football, USA Football. All of Fairfax County Public Schools participate. As a matter of fact, Fairfax County Public Schools is kind of leading the way in that program. And that has to do with making sure that the equipment is properly certified and safe, that the students are fitted properly, the coaches are educated on the terminology and techniques, and then that those are taught and implemented in practice. Trying to take the concussions and the head contact and trauma out of the game of football while keeping it safe and still competitive. And it's a physical game.
Very physical, very, very physical, and it's also very volatile too. But it's also, it teaches kids unity, and it teaches them how to stand behind each other and triumph.
That's
and
right.
everything.
It's one of the few places where you can get knocked down and everybody sees it and you have to get back up.
I know. We learned that last night if you watched the Bears and 49ers. The Bears are 7 and the Niners were 20, and the Bears won the game.
You woke up and the Bears were ahead, right?
Yes, and I was like, what? Is this a nightmare? But so, you know, there's so much that goes on with sports and everything. How do you make sure as an athletic director that your students are focused on academics as well as sports?
Okay. Well, recently we've started tracking student athletes' performance. We have a program at school that keeps track of students' schedules and their, information about their grades. We've started tracking the student athletic data, and what we found across gender, race, is that all students who are involved in clubs and activities, no matter what their gender, what their race, are performing well above the rest of the students. So participation in athletics helps to make better citizens. It's give and take, but the performance in the classroom is better when you are participating, not just in sports, but in activities. It could be the music or the arts. However, the student athletes have to maintain eligibility. You can't be missing school and failing your classes and still play sports. We check their eligibility, and they have to be enrolled in at least 5 classes, and they have to be passing at least 5 classes with a D or better. Those are pretty low standards, but it is a minimum eligibility, at least taking 5 and passing 5 classes. So that means most students can be involved.
That's really good to know. I didn't know that. Well, remember, everyone, support your Hornets at Herndon High School. Thank you so much, Mr. Jonathan Frohm. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Great being here.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having you. It was great having you here.
Right. Go Hornets.
Go Hornets.